So we're standing on Fraser Street, right in the heart of Haney. Just up here is North Street, which has got quite a reputation, and over there is the Northumberland Court, which is currently being taken down. And actually, if the camera pans over here, these are what we'd rather see, which these are all townhouses. So you've got this incredible contrast. On the one side, you have these beautiful townhouses. And on the other side, you have what should be beautiful townhouses, but for many, many years just sat as a derelict building. We're really looking forward to seeing the foundations go in and a new life being breathed into Haney. It used to be called the Ghetto. Those days are long behind it. There's several other buildings in this area that have suffered a similar fate, but there's definitely momentum in a better direction today. And if I were to be elected, and whoever is elected, I think they're going to enjoy seeing these new projects come into being. If you look in the back corner of this lot, that's where there's going to be a high rise. And then where these buildings are, the beige buildings and the white buildings, that is going to become townhouses. Hopefully something that looks like this. Then this whole area is just going to come alive. It's going to be great. And eventually, I don't know, but this road is blocked off at the bottom, and I can see a day when that will be opened up. And there's another big lot down at the bottom. This site is, to my mind, one of the best examples of brownfield potential in Maple Ridge. I don't believe it's the biggest. It's very close. It's probably in the top 10, I would say, in size-wise. It has incredible potential. I'm standing on a very large chunk of land right in the middle of Maple Ridge, in the middle of 224th Street, and it represents to a great degree what my campaign is about when it comes to the subject of land use. We have not done a good enough job of developing what are known as brownfield sites in Maple Ridge. There are many of them, and I've never done the calculation, but I'm sure that if we added up all the opportunities for building homes across a broad variety of types on land within the urban boundary, in other words, within that boundary which is already serviced, then I think if one did that, you'd probably never have to go into the ALR or into any green space for a long time and very easily occupy 100,000, or accommodate, should I say, 100,000 people. This site is just one example. It's very big. You can't see it today because it's a cloudy day, but behind me is Mount Baker. Down to my south here is the river. Just a 3-minute walk from here is the downtown of Maple Ridge. So it would make imminent sense to put 200 units or more on this spot, because it would immediately revitalize, which is a word we hear a lot. It would immediately revitalize this entire area, and many of the problems, social problems, drug dealing, prostitution, and all these things that we've seen certainly since I've lived here, since 1994, many of these things would simply disappear. Up this hill towards 224th. It's a massive, massive site. I'm not an architect or a developer, but looking at it, I'd be surprised if you couldn't put a couple of hundred units in here at least, and probably have room for a park and some decent landscaping, and it's just an amazing opportunity. This little section of road I'm standing on is now cut off, but I think if you open it up, again, you'd increase the outflow to the downtown core. Just a wonderful, wonderful site. And it just sits, it's banked, and these properties and properties like it need to come out of the land bank in the urban area, and they need to be utilized for the benefit of the community. So opportunities abound. This is one of them. There are many more, and the more we use these, the less we need to use the areas beyond what is often referred to beyond the built environment. We need to work within the built environment, because basically Maple Ridge is a job unfinished. So what we're doing is we're cutting up green space and farmlands, and there really is no necessity for it.